Hello, I hope you're well, and welcome to this service of worship and remembrance for our virtual reunion weekend 2021. My name is Will Whitmore, and I serve as the school minister here at Mercersburg Academy, and it's my honor and privilege to be a part of this service today, where we remember those members of our community who have gone past this life and on to the next. During this time, I would invite you to simply relax and be present, to think back on those people whom we have lost in love. Yes, there will be grief and sadness, but I'd also encourage us to remember the joy that they brought to our lives and the impact they continue to have upon us. After the service is done, if you have any questions about our service or about what we offer here at the chapel, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. With that, let us prepare our hearts and our minds for worship. The Coolidge family played a prominent part in the building of the Irvin Memorial Chapel. Both President Calvin Coolidge and his wife Grace were at the groundbreaking in June of 1922. Calvin, then vice president, spoke during that service. Grace would also be present at the laying of the cornerstone and the dedication of our chapel. The Coolidges sent both of their sons to school here, with their eldest son John graduating in 1924. Unfortunately, during that same summer of 1924, Calvin Coolidge Jr. passed away from blood poisoning, brought on by a blister on his foot. The death stunned the Coolidge family, and many historians believe that the passing of his namesake was why Calvin Coolidge did not run for president in 1928. Grace was also heartbroken, but felt it was her duty to carry on with her public tasks, grieving in private. Now, even though the Coolidges' presence was important throughout the construction and dedication of the chapel, their lasting impact on this building is seen in the cross that adorns our high altar. It was designed by the architects of the chapel, Cram and Ferguson, and features an inscription that reads, "In loving memory of Calvin Coolidge Jr., gift of his parents, the President and Mrs. Calvin Coolidge." And then it says, "Ad Deum Preciosum," which in Latin means precious to God. While many see this as a piece of religious art or a generous gift, my understanding of this piece shifted when I found a poem written by Grace Coolidge entitled "The Open Door." The poem was written on the 5th anniversary of Calvin Coolidge Jr.'s death, and it was published in Good Housekeeping magazine. It reads, "You, my son, have shown me God. Your kiss upon my cheek has made me feel the gentle touch of Him who leads us on. The memory of your smile when young reveals His face. As mellowing years come on apace, and when you went before, you left the gates of heaven ajar, that I might glimpse from afar, approaching from afar, the glories of His grace. Hold, Son, my hand, guide me along the path, that coming I may stumble not, nor roam, nor fail to show the way which leads us home." This poem, so beautiful and powerful, transformed my understanding of this cross from a piece of religious art to an affirmation of a parent's love for their departed child. This love is still present to this day and is present for all of us to see through this memorial. As we gather to remember our departed community members, Grace Coolidge's poem affirms the porous nature of our relationship with those who have departed this world. See, while the physical separation of death is impermeable, the love cultivated and the influence of those we remember seep through the divide between this world and the next. Today, we affirm this truth as we remember our Mercersburg Academy community members who can no longer physically roam these grounds with us. However, we still feel their presence and influence on our lives to this day. We remember the challenges we overcame together and the joy that was shared both on this campus and throughout our lives. We affirm that what they did for us and what their Spirit continues to do, and we state that they are worth remembering and honoring, just as the Coolidges honored their son through this cross. As we see the names of our beloved community members who have passed scroll on the screen, may we not simply grieve their loss, but remember the ways in which they continue to influence and bless our lives to this day. For these memories and influences do not end at death. The love shared and experienced will continue to pour into our lives and will continue to shape us as we go forward. Amen. Now go forward from this place, strengthened by the memories of those who have gone before us. Let us honor their memories by living in joy, taking the lessons that they have taught us to go forward and show kindness and love to all we encounter. I hope you have a blessed day. Amen.